Bonjour. Bonjour, monsieur. Bonjour, madame. Bonjour, tout le monde. Don't mind me, sometimes I feel as if I can speak French. It's good to see all of you here, and it's an exciting time as usual. And in furtherance of our mandate as the West African Tax Administration Forum, which is set up principally to promote knowledge sharing collaboration among tax administrations in West Africa, and to also ensure that wherever taxation is being discussed globally, that the voice of West Africa is amplified. And that is why we are here today, to provide this learning opportunity so that we can share experiences and be better enabled to work as tax administrators to help our countries fund our development sustainably, in quotes. Because I know countries are also borrowing now, and there is a huge burden on our government, which when you don't need to be a soothsayer. When you look at the crystal ball, borrowing leads to trouble. The Holy Book talks about it. The borrower is servant to the lender, right? And the only way we can break loose from the story of post-colonial slavery is to learn to fund our development. And that's what WATAF is poised to do, to enable us get to our desired destination. The AU has an Agenda 2063, and it talks about an Africa that will be free of debt burden, an Africa that will be economically viable, an Africa that can speak for itself globally. And I believe as tax administrators we will play a very important role. And that's a charge I want to give to you as colleagues. This is an opportunity to learn. Like the English people will say, you can't teach an old dogs new tricks, which I beg to disagree. Life is about learning. You will learn till you die. So we are here to learn new stuffs. And I'm proud to associate with the organizations here. I think Aziz was being modest because I asked him, tell them about IBFD. WATAF has been partnering with the IBFD, which is the International Bureau of Fiscal Documentation, based in Amsterdam, the Netherlands. They have resources that will help your tax administrations. And it won't just be teaching here. You can build network. They do trainings. They can do lots to help you. Likewise, the ICTD, International Center for Tax and Development, they are based in the UK. They've done well. Sometimes I think ICTD should be based in Africa because the volume of work you do in Africa is massive. And then again, they went into the lottery thing. Beautiful idea, local government revenue initiative. Fantastic idea. They're already in Nigeria. For those of you who are in Nigeria, they're already in Nigeria. You pay me royalty for this. They're already working in Nigeria with Kaduna State and some other. So they are here. You can start conversation with them. And one of the things that all of us collectively are pushing is that we have the capacity to do these things in Africa. It's just that for long we have always believed you have to import technology and innovation from abroad. So we have these resources, and I encourage that beyond the classroom experience, let's build connections. Let's build relationships that will reposition us so that when history remembers us, it will be that we came and we played our part. Because that's my personal mandate. I want to be remembered as someone who contributed to the growth of Africa, to the growth of West Africa, and then to the growth of Nigeria. And that should be our mission. And then I want to just give you some things to think about to further propel you. When you look at the landscape of tax contribution to GDP, West Africa is way below the African average. The African average tends to move around 30 downward. But in West Africa, you see most countries are below 15%. Cape Verde is the only one that has gone up to 20. And that shows that we are living on borrowed dinners. We are eating borrowed dinners. And as it is, one day the person who gives you dinners will ask for conditionalities, right? Because you can't be taking free dinners. So that's food for thought. In Nigeria, I know we are doing stuff, but when you check the WATAF website, you see Nigeria is among the lowest. Cape Verde managed to get to 20, the highest after Cape Verde like 17%, and we can push it forward. Then when you talk about the issue of illicit financial flows, with the Mbeki report highlighted, and you say African is bleeding. And one of the key things we can use as tax administration is we have roles to play to make sure that revenue are not illegally taken away from Africa. Now we have an opportunity. The world is changing. They are talking about renewable energy. They are talking about where will they get the resources from Africa. So I'm drawing a linkage to other programs we are doing. We are not only focusing on taxation of income and wealth. We are looking beyond those areas we have forgotten. Health taxes. We are looking at other areas so that we begin to look at emerging tax areas, and that's why we came here. Property tax. We see those properties, but we don't care. At least I'm familiar with the story of Nigeria. Allocation will always come from the center. So what happens to your IGR? The properties you see around are owned by individuals. It provides taxable income. It's about how we stop playing politics, or we are pretending not to see. We need to follow the money. Those are thoughts I want you to take away. I want you to see these 4 days as opportunity to learn, to rethink, and go back to our desks in our various offices. I'm glad that the CEO of subnational tax administrations are here. Is there any CEO here with us? Huh? Oh, thank you, sir, from Ekiti State. We appreciate you. In Nigeria, we have many tax authorities in Nigeria, 37 precisely. You have the subnational tax authority, 36, then you have the Federal Inland Revenue Service at the top. So we have 37 tax administrations in Nigeria. And most time when we organize WATAF training, or any workshop or meeting, we want the heads of tax administration to be there so that they can hear firsthand. Because sometimes when you go back as a manager, they look at you, what are you talking about? So I think the CEO from Ekiti Internal Revenue Service deserves a round of applause. While wrapping up, the Joint Tax Board Secretary also, I know he wants to be here. I want to appreciate, he has flight issues surrounding his arrival here. But I appreciate what he has been doing with us. Earlier on in the year, we had a training of the African Continental Free Trade Area, and he made sure that subnational tax authorities were there in numbers, which is a sign that he wants what is happening at the national level to also be replicated. I'm a Yoruba man. There is a proverb that they say, Ogun awitele ki paro. meaning a battle that has been foretold, will not kill a cripple. Because once the cripple knows that the battle is coming in 10 days time, he doesn't have 2 legs or she'll start crawling. Let's move away from here. And that's what we want to. It's not a tomorrow thing. Our preparation starts now. So let's take it as a challenge. It's going to be exciting, and let's see how far we can go. The Federal Inland Revenue Service, we thank you for supporting us. As our tradition, anywhere we go in West Africa, the tax administration provides support. And the lady left us. I lived in Lagos for several years. But when she was speaking, I didn't see that point. He said, this is Lagos. I did not see the security implication of that until this morning. I said, this is Lagos. So Lagos is exciting, and I will encourage you, for those of us who are not really familiar with Lagos, there are interesting places available, but when you want to go there, we have a security team, we have people with buses. We can arrange that so that we can assure your security. Lagos is exciting. Since I came here on Sunday, I've been touching base with my old friends, people I've seen for years. So I want you to take back the sights and sounds of Lagos back to your state, and those who are outside Nigeria, like my friend from Senegal, it would be nice for you to see Lagos in the night. And Aziz, I owe you one. So let's enjoy ourselves and make it 3 exciting days of learning. We will be available to support you if you need questions, you need some assistance. My team, they are here to provide support. And beyond this workshop, we will be there. Our headquarters is on number 26 Sokode Crescent in Abuja. Whenever you visit Abuja, it's just on top of your JTB secretariat. You can pay us a visit. Our website is www.wataf-tax.org. I'm also marketing WATAF. Visit us. You will learn a lot of things. And also we have a General Assembly in Guinea-Bissau in the week of September 10 to 14. It's an annual event. We have an high-level policy dialogue. I'm inviting you. You won't waste your money, because we always have speakers across the continent. We're expecting the ICTD to be there. You come and learn and mix with colleagues. Because one of the things we'll miss out from as tax administrators, we are like Jack. We work and we don't network. They just give you target to meet. Then you start running every year. You don't even think of, I can learn from my colleague. We are inviting you to Guinea-Bissau. Come and join us, and I can tell you the annual high-level policy dialogue will enrich you, and you'll be able to connect with colleagues, not only from West Africa, Africa, and globally. So on that note, I want to declare the 4 days workshop open, and I wish you a fruitful session. Thank you for enjoying my talk.